I have honestly, I have no words for this. To be perfectly honest, I have no words for what I'm about to reveal to you guys. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. You guys know that I usually do like a video a day, sometimes two. This is one of those days where I'm currently doing a second video for a good reason. We have another mass release. Yeah. I have no fucking clue. So, if you guys remember what was it, just a couple weeks ago? We had quite a long list of releases, such as Mia Yim, Keith Lee, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, Karrion Kross, and of course Scarlett. Now we have quite the unique list, and I don't know. This is about as strange as it can get. Like, I don't know. So we have John Morrison, Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Tegan Nox, Drake Maverick, Shane Thorne, and Jackson Riker. So, yeah, this is probably the... I don't even know how to describe this. I don't have the words to describe these releases, because if you think about it, each one of them was doing so. Actually, out of all of them, some of them were actually doing really well on their own. Like if you look at John Morrison, he was trying to find his chi. And he was trying to release it to, he was trying to, unveil it to the world, if you will. As far as Hit Row, Top Dollar, Ashanti the Adonis, and Isaiah Swerve Scott, they were doing pretty okay without BFAB, and now with all four members of Hit Row gone, it's like, really? And people forget, Isaiah Swerve Scott earlier this year became North American Champion in NXT, and people also forget that Top Dollar is the host is actually the host of A&E's WWE's Lost Treasures. I think it's called something like that. And yeah, this is happening now. As far as Tegan Nox goes, honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That right there is gonna be a big mistake for a couple of reasons. Number one is the fact that Tegan Nox was a part of the second ever Mae Young Classic, and she competed over on NXT UK for the latter part of 8 months, almost a year, before jump shipping from NXT UK over to NXT. And then eventually jump shipping to the main roster alongside Shotzi, which we were hoping to see Tegan Nox, and now we're not. It's so weird. Now Drake Maverick on the other hand, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about this one. He was trying. Apparently they were gonna have him form a faction where it's him, R-Truth, and Akira Tozawa, where they're all still trying to chase after Reggie and the 24/7 title, and now it's no longer going to happen. Yeah, This is actually the second time that WWE has released John Morrison and Drake Maverick. The first time they released Morrison, I believe it was back in 2011. I want to say I believe it was 2011. If my memory serves right, I believe it was 2011. Drake Maverick was released last year. Sometime last year, and he ended up coming back as part of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament that they hosted last year, where ended up being Santos Escobar winning the tournament, and because of that tournament, Drake Maverick was given yet another was given a second chance, if you will, and he got that second chance. Actually, truth be told, he got that second chance, which was incredible, because he signed his contract with NXT and then formed a tag team with Killian Dane for the latter part of 2020, and they did pretty well despite not being tag team champions. They did pretty well for themselves, if I do say so myself. So I mean with Maverick, I guess it is what it is, but as far as Shane Thorne goes, I kind of expected this. This is one that I kind of expected, given the fact that we knew Shane Thorne wasn't really going to do anything in WWE, but at the same time, he was so incredible when we first saw him in NXT alongside Nick Miller. If you guys remember the tag team TM41, I believe was their name, and then they ended up changing their name to the Mighty, hence the reason for TM meaning the Mighty. If you guys didn't get that reference. And then Miller ended up getting released not too long after that, and then Shane Thorne went at it on his own, and you guys know Thorne was known as Slapjack in the faction known as Retribution, which didn't really do anything, honestly. So that faction was like a complete waste. And then when the rumors had swirled that Thorne was going to be a part of the SmackDown roster, I was in shock. I'm like, okay, clearly we're going to see something from him, and we see nothing. Now, as far as Jackson Riker goes, he aligned himself with Elias right after Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake got released from their contracts from WWE. What was it, like last year? I want to say last year, sometime last year, and he joined up with Elias on Raw, and they were holding it down for a minute, but Elias, being typical Elias, not giving a damn, and Jackson Riker went out on his own, and he had quite the streak going on. Quite the impressive win and loss record, and now this is happening. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still like in shock about this, because for one, if you look at Hit Row, starting with obviously Isaiah Sky. He signed with WWE in April 2019, and then debuted in WWE later that year in July as part of the NXT Breakout Tournament, actually, or rather was a part of it. And then he ended up becoming a full-time member of the NXT roster, that ended up being a part of 205 Live, going after the Cruiserweight title a few times. And then things just took a downward spiral for him with his rivalry with Leon Ruff over the North American title, which we all know about that from, it was like, what, earlier this year? Sometime last year? And then he formed Hit Row back in May of this year, won the North American title just a month later, just a little over a month later, got drafted to NXT just last month, dropped the title a couple weeks later, and now it's gone. Honestly, Hit Row, it doesn't make sense for WWE to release Hit Row, but there are reports saying that it's because of budgetary reasons. So it doesn't surprise me that it's because of the budget cuts. But at the same time, people forget that Morrison is a multi-time tag team champion. He's a former multi-time Intercontinental champion, and he's a former ECW champion as well. So I don't know why they would want to give him up again when he just came back. What was it? A little over a couple years ago, right around this time a couple years ago. So it doesn't make any sense. However, at the same time, if you think about it, it was, in my opinion, I feel like that this was premeditated with what the Miz did to Morrison earlier this year. If you guys remember, Miz turning his back on Morrison, and now this is happening. There are rumors going around saying that John Morrison and Taya Valkyrie, who are actually married, who Taya was competing on NXT as Frankie Monet. There's rumors going around saying that they may join forces once again on the independent scene. There's rumors going around with Top Dollar saying that he might still work with WWE, but as part of A&E's show. I think it was WWE's legendary Hidden Treasure. I think it's the name. So he might still be a part of WWE, but more as a host, more as a TV host as well. As far as Tegan Nox goes, I don't know, and we don't know about the rumors for them. But there are also rumors saying that with how many superstars have been released, and given the fact that Vince McMahon, who actually just turned 76 just a few months ago, there's rumors going around saying that Vince may end up buying WWE, which is possible, but only time will tell. Only time will tell. But there's a little thing here, and I actually want to give a shout out to Bleacher Report. Big shout outs to them for releasing this report. No copyrights here. You guys know how this works. But again, big shout out to Bleacher Report. I haven't used them in forever. They put a note here at the end of the report, at the end of this saying continuing to trim the roster and cut payroll is bound to further the idea that WWE executives are cleaning the desks for possible buyers. So it is possible that they may end up releasing executives from headquarters in Stamford. So it's very possible, but only time will tell. But yeah, I know that I already know that there's going to be more releases at some point. It's hard to say who will get released. I would probably assume maybe the free agents. I know that Bayley's a free agent, Asuka's a free agent. I believe I think there were only a few. There were only a few that never got drafted. So they're currently now free agents. So we may see them get released. But I'm not holding my breath. Normally I would do a question of the day, but I'm not even gonna do that for this video just because I'm kind of shocked about this. And again, with Tegan Nox, I mean, come on, why? Why? Just why? Anyway, guys, yeah, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys want to see more videos, more WWE videos, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys want to see more WWE videos, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description. And if you guys have fan mail they want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.